Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Liz. Today's video we are looking at the month of October 2024. We went in depth, and if you know me, you know I love decorating for fall and Halloween, so I had a lot of fun doing this and I love these cards. I actually already used these cards a couple months ago. I did like an early Halloween themed reading, which I love. If you know me, you know already my obsession with Halloween. But yeah, we looked into the month ahead for October, and it doesn't matter when you're clicking this. You could be clicking this at the end of October. That's okay. There could still be a message for you. We went in depth. We got charms. We used actually my special Halloween charm kit as well. We have the pendulum. You can think of a yes or no question now if you want. We've got letters, numbers, and of course lots of cards. So lots of detail looking into the month. And what I do is I look at themes of the month or different things that might change, kind of like the focus of the month and different things that might happen. So definitely come back at the end of the month too and let me know what does and doesn't happen. I always love that. You'll find too, things might make more sense as the month progresses, which I also think is pretty cool. So definitely let me know in the comments. So we have 3 groups to choose from. So let me show you. We have the first card is Devoted. The second card is Purposeful. And the third card we have Abundance. So whichever image or word or number 1, 2, 3 you feel drawn to, that will be your message. Let's take a nice deep breath. I always forget to do this and I definitely could use one. So let's take a deep breath together. Okay, if you need more time, definitely feel free to pause the video. And yeah, we used lots of stuff today, especially the Halloween charms are so fun to use. I love that. We went week by week as well. And yeah, remember, have fun with my readings. These are general readings and ultimately meant for entertainment, but I hope that there is a message that resonates for you. So I'd love to hear what does resonate. If you already know what certain situations are talking about, definitely let me know in the comments. And what else? Oh yeah, thank you, by the way, for all of your support, for clicking on today's video. If you do enjoy me or my readings and you want to receive an extra video every single week, you can definitely check out my Patreon page or my memberships on YouTube and receive a special reading every single week. So totally up to you, but there'll always be readings on my channel for free as well. But thank you, by the way, for your support if you support me there as well. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. All of that really does help my channel. So thank you so much for hitting that like button and subscribing. And let's dive into it. I'll put the timestamps below, as well as I always list the cards that I'm using as well. So I use lots of fun cards today. So those will be listed in the description in case you see one that you like. And yeah, let's jump into it. I'm excited to hear what you think. So we'll start with group number 1. If you chose the Devoted card, then this is your messages for October. I am so excited to look into the month for you. We're going to see what's happening and what you might be able to expect, what changes might be happening, what situations are going to be at the forefront of your month. You've got the Hermit card. Okay, let's see what else we have. Yeah, we'll see what kind of changes are happening, what's taking place. Stay tuned for the end because we've got charms, letters, numbers. Group 1, what is going on for group 1? The Justice card. Some big energy coming in for October for you. Happy birthday to the Libras and Scorpios as well. Knight of Wands. Group 1, what is going on? Coins, money will be coming to you. Group 1, Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. You have a bunch pop out here. Put your tea leaf cards here in case you want to get some more. You've got the Egg card, so success assured with good plans and hard work. Dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking of you in October. You've got the Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. You also have Cup, you should accept valid criticism. Group 1, what is happening in October? Courage with time. I'll get these organized in just a second. Let's just get everything shuffled first. What's happening in October for group 1? The earthly weaver of the worlds, the witch. Okay. So I might do some reading today with these books because they're a lot of fun, but intuitively, let's just look at what we have to start. And I'll read what's coming through, and then if we want to read a little bit from the books, we can do that. Okay, sorry, there's a little bit of a glare there. We'll go like that. There. Okay. Okay, group one, let's see here. I feel like in October, you're kind of getting prepared behind the scenes to make some sort of big move. This could be a big creative move. It could be a professional move. There's something you seem to be like gearing up for or getting energized for. And it's something you seem to be, again, kind of doing behind the scenes, or this is something you're creating. Kind of, it seems like a little bit out of the spotlight until it's time, okay? So I don't know if it's that you have something big already brewing, that you're getting going in October for the right time or the right moment, but I do see you kind of like getting geared up a little bit behind the scenes for this breakthrough moment, or for this launch of something perhaps, or this fiery, it's like you're waiting for the timing, like you're waiting for the timing to be right of something that you're really excited about, something you're very passionate about, possibly creative, again, possibly professional. It could also be that you're getting going with something, or you're making a big decision in the month of October. But this is, again, like with Courage and Knight of Wands, like it seems like something new to you that is requiring a little bit of courage to kind of launch into or get going, but ultimately you seem very excited. I might want to read one of these again. We'll get there, but yeah, there's something you seem to be getting worked up towards in a good way. Okay, let's see what else we have here. You have a stubborn, aggressive person that you're dealing with. You also have protected from negative forces beyond your control. So I feel like you're dealing with someone who's very bossy is what I'm getting. This could be a boss. Here's the thing I want to say though. They're going to give you a piece of advice or criticism that I don't think you should dismiss too soon, okay? Because it's saying here that it's valid. Now, this person, you might not agree fully with what they're saying, okay? But I do see that someone is giving you some sort of advice in October, or a piece of information. I wouldn't be too quick to dismiss or just kind of brush off this advice. This could actually be very helpful for you, okay? So keep that in mind. That could be coming in as well. You have success assured with good plans and hard work. Now, I don't know if that's what you're doing right now behind the scenes, and this is what you're sort of excited to kind of proceed into, but it's saying success is assured. There's something you do seem to be manifesting or creating or working very hard on. I might want to get a bit of clarification as to what this is. I think I want to use the Hocus Pocus tarot here. So what is going on for group one? What are they weaving? What are they putting together here? What are they manifesting? The sun. Got Winnie there. It seems like there's something to do with like the timing being right, or like the moment. It feels like something, it's not ready to be in the spotlight yet, but when it is, you'll know. Like it's something you're kind of working on carefully, something you're working on privately. It does feel quite creative. It feels like something too that you're very excited to present or show off. It doesn't have to be anything like to do with work necessarily, right? I gave that example, but it could be something like you've got an event coming up in October, or like a Halloween party, and you're super excited to have this costume and you're working on it, right? With Weaver, maybe you're actually like sewing a costume or putting a costume together, and you're really excited to go to this event and show off this costume. That could simply be what it is, okay? It doesn't have to be like, when we're looking at a month ahead or a week ahead, it doesn't always have to be like huge things, right? Some months are months that little things happen, and you know, these things all kind of come together to put, you know, to make the whole month. I keep seeing like a quilt. So I don't know. And I'm getting lots of sewing references. With weaving, I'm getting like sewing references. Then I saw a quilt. So I don't know if some of you are sewing something or bringing something together, creating something with your hands. But that's interesting. You've got money will be coming to you. I'm seeing this money being something that was owed to you, all right? Or something that is balancing a situation back out. Like, I don't know if someone owed you money, they could be paying you back, or it could be that maybe you didn't get paid for a shift on a previous check. They could be giving you that check. There could be like some retro, I'm getting like retro act, like something, money you're getting back from the past or something like that. You've got some money that you earned coming back to you. It could be a client that didn't pay you, or something that was owed to you. It could be someone paying back a favor or something. This might not be physical money. It could be like a gift or something of monetary value to you. Okay, so someone seems to be giving you something, or you're getting paid back for something, either physical money, or again, something of value to you is coming back to you. Okay, so money will be coming to you. I'm really feeling for, of course, these are general readings, so the exact scenario might not resonate, but the themes, right? These are all about the themes. So for a lot of you, I feel like it could be money that someone owed you, even if it's $5, even if it's like you bought someone lunch 2 months ago and they say to you in October, hey, you know what? You bought me lunch last month. I'd love to pick up lunch for you. What would you like? Something like that, or a coworker or something picking up coffee for you. It doesn't have to be big, right? Everyone's situation is going to be different, but you've got something coming to you in October that I think seems to be kind of making you feel like you've, and again, not that you, even if it was a gift, you might not have expected to be paid back, but you do seem to be getting kind of like something given back to you in that kind of theme, okay? Let's see what else is coming through here. Let's read one. What should we read? Let's read. Where'd the book go? There it is. Okay. Yeah, because I'm super excited to be playing with these decks again. I only use them really once a year, so it's kind of fun to get to use them. Okay, the Witch. It says, holding the Witch card means that you can weave your own change throughout your life, and that magic indeed is afoot. You must understand that you have the power and it is real. It may also indicate that others may be threatened by your developing personal power, and they may not appreciate or like these changes. Oh wow, this is interesting. This is big, because I think this could be what this ram is in October. Okay, so this ram, it may also indicate that others may be threatened by your developing personal power, and they may not appreciate or like the changes in you as you grow. Okay, so that's interesting. That is interesting. So I was talking about somebody giving you valid criticism, okay? We see that in this card, so that is true. But you also, this ram for you could also be someone who is seeing you manifest and create. And I do feel like you're in somewhat of like a spotlight, or you're kind of like coming out of your shell is what it feels like. All right, you're coming out of your shell a little bit, and I feel as though somebody isn't used to this for some reason. Like they're not used to the changes that they're seeing in you, and they're for some reason viewing it as like threatening to their self-esteem, or to their whatever it is for them. Like, what is that sound? I swear I just heard. Did you hear that? I hope you did. The shutter of a camera, like an old-fashioned camera. I want to begin by saying I'm pretty sure the apartment I moved into is very haunted. I've been living here for a few weeks. I love it. I feel cozy. I feel safe. But there's no question in my mind that it's haunted. I'll have to bring you up into the attic at some point. But I just heard an old-fashioned camera, which is super cool. Okay, so there's something about a camera, photography. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so somebody might feel like something you're creating or manifesting is like affecting them, when I really don't think it is. Like, it's those times in life where we're changing and growing, and someone that is used to us being the way that we were, or doing the things that we always did, is like threatened because they feel like it's changing. Things are going to change for them in a certain way. So just know you might deal with that in October. So be prepared for this, and do not be discouraged. New friends and better opportunities will be attracted instead. Okay, so if there's some, like there could be someone in October that you feel like you're sort of drifting apart from, all right? this could be for a reason. It doesn't mean that the friendship is ending or that you're leaving someone behind necessarily, but you do seem to be expanding. And I feel like, again, you're kind of coming out of your shell a little bit. Seeing that here in your tarot cards as well, like there could be a better balance too coming into your life. Like you could feel like in October, things are just feeling more balanced as far as like your day-to-day life and what you like to do. But I'm seeing you kind of coming out of a time of a lot of alone time, or a lot of, like you could have been feeling very introverted over several months, or you could just be an introverted person. I know I am, but I do have months where I do feel more social and I want to do more things and kind of come out of my shell a little bit. So I'm seeing that happening for you in October. You do seem to be kind of coming out of your shell. I'm seeing somebody on stage. There could be something you have to actually present or perform or something like that. But I am seeing it's your time to shine in October. And something that you've been creating or working carefully on too could also be, it could be time to show this to the world. You could have like something creative that you're doing and ready to launch or present. I'm just seeing now somebody like presenting a something that they've created to like an audience or something like that. So might not be a literal audience, but just the symbolism there, something you're showing off, something you're excited to share. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing you kind of coming out of your shell. I was getting earlier, like I feel like it's something you've crafted for a while, or you've been working on quietly for a while, kind of behind the scenes, tucked away, like out of sight of people. Now you're ready to kind of show this thing off. I feel like you've put in the plans and the hard work. Okay, I feel like these things are starting to kind of come to fruition. And interestingly, you chose the word devoted. So I feel like you have been very devoted to something. I feel like you're a very devoted person. I feel like once you commit to something, you're very true to that thing or that person. You are very dedicated, or you have been very dedicated. This could also indicate too that in October, you're making a decision to be devoted or dedicated to one particular practice or hobby or something that you want to really dive into full steam ahead. You really want to dive into this. There could also be a stubborn, aggressive person that is protecting you from negative forces beyond your control. So it could be like, let's just say you're a person who's very shy at work, okay? And there's somebody who really enjoys conflict and drama at work. You could have this Ram character kind of coming in and saying like, hey, what are you talking about? Like to this person, don't pull them into this, or you know what I mean? Like something like that. Like there could be someone kind of almost quite protective of you that you aren't even aware of. You know, someone might have almost kind of taken a liking to you and is very protective of you. Protective, yeah, because there's something you're being protected from that you might not be aware of. It doesn't have to be anything ominous. I'm not trying to say that to make you nervous. It's just like anything kind of out of your control that's particularly negative, or anything that's like bringing grief or drama. It seems like it's almost like you're in some sort of bubble in October, and it doesn't seem to be affecting you. I'm also getting to tell you, group one, that anything right now that is kind of up in the air as far as like something getting resolved, or any drama that could be happening behind the scenes that you're hoping to get resolved, you're hoping the truth will be revealed. I'm seeing in October, there's a good chance that this is going to get sorted out, confirmed, resolved. The situation could kind of come to a close, okay? So if there's something that's been happening, it seems like, oh, interesting. I just got something. This could be for someone specific, but it's like your side of the story may be more visible, okay? So somebody, like your side of the story, it might be your chance to tell your side of the story in a certain situation, or you might not even need to do it yourself. It just could be very apparent. It could be very obvious. Very interesting. I'm seeing you working very hard, or you have been working very hard with this egg card, and somebody could offer a piece of advice. I said this earlier, like don't be too quick to dismiss this. It could just be something that could help something be more efficient, okay? Or someone could see you working hard and think, okay, you know what? I've done this myself. I noticed this is what's happening. You might have to make this little change, or I noticed you might want to change this. You know, it might help, and you might do this change and you might find, okay, wow, that actually did help. It's helping speed things up. anything that's been like buried as far as like the truth or a situation, like if someone lied about something, I see in October, like this is again, like the truth of this will be resolved or understood. So the truth of a situation could come out or could be more obvious to people. That's coming through really strong. So I don't know if you dealt with something where like, I want to tell you, if you were honest and you, like, I feel like there's a situation where you or someone in your life was very honest, very truthful about something, that was the right thing to do. That was the right thing to do. So stay devoted to that. Because one of the keywords for this actually, where did I put that book? Right here, look at this. Because there's something about truth here. Let's see. Devoted. Yeah, true. Loyalty, grace. So yeah, there's something where you or somebody you love stood by their morals or stood by what they knew was right, and this is going to pay off, okay? This is going to bring, I believe it's positive karma in this situation. I feel like in October, you're also doing a lot of soul searching and a lot of thinking and a lot of introspection about what's really important to you. And this is also causing you to make some decisions. You're making some changes, I think, and some big decisions in October. I think it's going to be a month full of change and creating something or changing something to suit you more now to the way that you're changing is what's coming through. Like something is not suited to you anymore, or you're finding you're changing. Interesting, group 1. Okay, I do want to look at your charms. I've got the fun Halloween charms, given that this is an October reading, so we're going to have some fun with those today. We also have some dates to look at, so let's get those here. I wonder what that camera sound was. I hope it picked up on camera. It sounded like one of those old-fashioned like cameras with that shutter sound. You know what? I'm going to get my other charms as well to incorporate into this. If you could just give me one moment. Incorporate my everyday charms into this, but we have here, look at this. This looks like a stamp seal, like a seal you would send an envelope with, and that's like right in the middle. You've got a witch's finger. You have a little pumpkin bell. You have a cauldron, boo, and you have a ring in the 4th week. Spider ring. I like that with weaving. Again, so many weaving references, and I saw a quilt for some reason, which is super random. Earthly weaver of worlds. Spiders weave webs. So again, there's something you're creating, you're weaving. It's coming together. It's starting to really take shape. I also feel like in October, you're meeting different people. That could be what this friend or this person doesn't like. So I feel like that is happening in October, or you're kind of, again, you're coming out of your shell or you're coming out of your bubble a little bit. And, you're meeting different personalities and having fun and making different connections, okay? Because the spider card the spider charm, makes me think of this spider card from the Halloween Tarot, which is community and web weaving. So you do seem to be finding a new community or finding a group of friends or a friend or something, or expanding socially, or it could be encouraging you to do this, especially in the 4th week of October. Maybe there's a Halloween party that you're invited to. I was imagining someone putting together a costume. I don't know if I said it out loud or if I just thought it. I think I said it, but I was imagining somebody creating a costume or putting a costume together and being really excited to go to this event, this Halloween party, this bachelorette party, whatever this is, this wedding, and show off their costume. So I'm seeing that in the 4th week. Let's add a few more to the occasion, to the table. We'll add a few more there. Let me just get this out of the way. Okay, group 1. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I think now you've got the Knight of Wands, okay? So the Knight of Wands is a card of movement and action and courage. You had the Courage card, which we didn't really focus too much on today, but this is big. Like there's something you are like facing, possibly some sort of fear, or you're feeling very brave about something in the month of October, something, again, you're passionate about, an idea or something creative or a new job or something you want to pursue. You're feeling very courageous and brave to pursue this and make it happen. So I feel like in the third week, this is what could be happening. Interesting, in the charms, you also have the mask. So I am seeing some sort of like, I mean, it's Halloween, right? So costume party is pretty obvious. But yeah, I'm seeing some sort of like, oh, there's something about disguise though coming through. Interesting. Okay, well, let's start with the first week and then we'll continue from there. So you've got the witch's finger. The bell was also originally here as well. So bells to me have to do with announcements. So you could be getting some news within the first week of October or some sort of announcement, or you could be getting your attention called to something. So something could be catching your attention in the first week or asking you to pay attention. You have the witch's finger. So interesting. That could be many things. Pointing something out, pointing the finger, direction or intention is coming through, especially with your witch card, direction and intention. So you could be setting some sort of intention, pointing something out, identifying something, like pointing something out. Very interesting. This witch's finger's cuticle seems to be very inflamed right now. So anyways, let's move on to the second week. We have the, oh yeah, first let's look at this little envelope seal. There's a ghost in it. So this is making me think of communication or somebody preparing to communicate, send off a letter or send off some sort of communication to you, possibly because it's a ghost. It's someone from your past reaching out. You've got boo. So it's like something is jumping out in the second week. Boo. You've got the cauldron too. This is about letting something bubble, letting something simmer, letting something marinate, or bringing something together was coming through earlier as well. Incorporating different ideas or different ingredients into something. You definitely have somebody getting your attention with boo and the barking dog. It's like someone's trying to get your attention in the second week of October. You also have the sunflower. So it seems to have like positive intent, and you have alert. Yeah. Okay. So interesting. Chaser. It's like, okay. So somebody's really trying to get your attention, or they have been trying to get your attention in the second week. I see them really trying to like make a point or say something to you or communicate with you. The sunflower is a generally good sign. It's a charm of optimism and positivity. It's a charm of like, it reminds me of the Queen of Wands, for example. So it can be a charm of like, of confidence and standing out. It could be that you're standing out and you've got someone's attention. The alert makes me think of like phone alerts. So a phone alert of some kind. Why it's making me think of like an unexpected message with the barking dog, alert, the boo. Like it's making me think of some sort of unexpected message, especially being that we have the envelope seal here. So it's like someone's wanting to communicate with you in the second week, but it could be kind of unexpected or surprising. So something about it is kind of surprising. Interesting. Okay. There you have the knight. This is like movement. Again, it's like the horse here. It's making me think of freedom. Horses it's making me think of like launching into something or getting something moving. And then in the fourth week, again, you've got that weaver energy, community, web weaving, but this is also commitment, okay, which makes sense with your keyword devoted. So it's like in the fourth week, you're feeling very committed towards something. You're working very hard on something. You're dedicated towards it. You've made a promise to yourself or someone else in regards to something, and you're keeping that promise. It could be a promise to yourself. I'm getting lately, there's a lot of people making promises. Oh, I know what this is. This dog far away. Look at that. This makes sense. Sorry, I'll get back to what I was saying, but the dog, unexpected message. So a distant friend, this is who it is in the third week. Okay, that made sense. A friend you haven't heard from in a while, maybe someone you've been missing, someone you've maybe grown apart from. Maybe you're reconnecting with them because you're kind of coming out of your shell a little bit. So that's what I think is happening in the second week. So I'm getting a message lately. I got it in, I think, a recent membership Patreon reading, but it was like, really making a promise to yourself and staying committed to that. Just like you wouldn't break a promise to someone else, I feel like you're making a promise to yourself in October and you're sticking with it. You're staying devoted to yourself or something that you love or something like a promise you made to yourself. You're really sticking with it. Okay, so this is really magical. I wanted to quickly check out what this says for time. Listen to this. Resistance is futile as you walk the witch's solitary path of no return. Once magic is born within, it can never die. I will support you as you step out of the witchy broom closet and declare to the world who you really are. It's time to burn brightly. Because remember, I was kind of like wondering, like, what is going on? You have the Sun card. You have the Knight of Wands, of course. So there's something about burning brightly in the month of October for you. So it's time to burn brightly as you commit to your magical path, devoted, the card you chose, no matter what the opinions are of others. Know that you are safe, protected from negative forces beyond your control. This is too cool. Know that you are safe as you massage in my oil, time oil, as the warriors of old did to induce the courage needed for battle. As you face challenges head on, I will reinforce your bravery and strength. Wow. So you might be incorporating the ingredient time into cooking or different things into your magical practice if you do that in October. So maybe pick up a little bottle of thyme if that's something that you like. Thyme's delicious. It's one of my favorite flavors, actually. So yeah, you could be adding some thyme into some things, incorporating thyme to kind of, harness a little bit of that magic that we just read about. So courage. But yeah. Interesting. This is really cool, group one. Let's get you some important dates of the month of October. Then we'll do letters and the pendulum. Important dates in October. You have October 13th, the 6th, the 11th, and the 3rd. So write down those dates that could be important for you. I'm going to do your pendulum next, and then we'll do the letters. And if you want more time with the letters, you can also pause. Group one, think of a yes or no question. Pause if you need some more time. Got an iced coffee here. Try again. You got a no today to that question. Feel free to come back and ask again on a later date. Take the messages as a whole though, right? Because, to me, the way I look at the pendulum is it could just be extra confirmation for someone. If the answer you got from the pendulum doesn't match what you've been feeling from the cards or what you know to be true, have fun with it, right? These readings are meant to have fun. I look at them as a little extra confirmation with the pendulum. Okay, I think I flipped that to a T, so I don't know what it was before. You might be able to rewind and see. All right, so let me know what you see. Always look in the comments too. There's always great suggestions. I'm always amazed by how many words you can see because if you know me, you know I barely see any, but we have but, dream, friend, and when. This friend, this distant friend that's thinking of you could have been dreaming about you, or they might have a dream about you and then they want to contact you. Again, look for names. Airbnb, I don't know. Home, I see home. I see test, I see text. Got the word chase twice, so there's something you're chasing or someone that's been trying to get in contact with you. It kind of feels, I don't know, it feels almost like somebody was like really busy and you felt like you couldn't really catch each other at the right time, like that kind of thing. I'll let you look at those. Got the word friend here in the letters, I think, too. Maid of honor. Let me know what you see. Pause if you need a little bit more time, but we're already at like 30, we're already at over 30 minutes though. So I'm gonna wrap up here, group 1. I really hope you enjoyed your October predictions. I hope you have a great month. Come back at the end and let me know what doesn't happen. I'd love to hear it, and we'll see you next time. 2 of you chose purposeful with the second card, then this is your October 2024 predictions. We're going to look at anything big that's happening, any major themes of your month, different changes that might be taking place. Let's see what we have. You've got the 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Pumpkins in this deck. I feel like with purposeful, I feel like you're being very intentional with what you do in October. Everything you do is very intentional. I feel like you're paying very close attention. You're being very careful in October with something. So let's find out what that is. Group 2, what is happening in October? Group 2, King of Cups. Let's get Group 2, what's happening in October? You have the Strength card, right? 8, yes. Roman numerals. I always second guess myself. Yes, the Strength card. I'm better with them, but I don't know why. Like, I still always second guess myself, so Strength. Okay, so you've got the Purposeful card, 2 of Pumpkins, King of Potions, King of Cups, and Strength. You've got Vampire, Emotional Intelligence. Group 2, Romance. Romance is blooming in October. Okay, let's get some tea leaf cards. Group 2, it's happening in October. Oh, that's a lot, but you know what? We'll take them. We'll take them. Okay, let's see. Sometimes if there's too many, I'll put them back and try again, but I don't know. This feels purposeful. Okay, so let's see what we have. Group 2. Put that there. I'm all disorganized right now. Okay, let's see what we have from the tea leaf cards. You've got Bread, so a period of prosperity and abundance. Love is definitely a theme of your month of October. Dolphin, financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Excellent. Affairs with your family. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. I feel like that's whatever this is talking about. We'll get there. Crown, honor and respect will come to you. Mice, discord among friends or family. Claw, beware or be careful. Do not take risks. Okay, so just be intentional, purposeful. Caterpillar, things will not always be this way. A change is coming. And Vase, secret admirer. Okay, so you've got a lot going on. Group 2. Let's get organized here. Okay. Okay, group 2. So you've got the busiest month so far today. We'll see what happens for group 3, but you certainly so far have the busiest month. You've got the most going on. You've got the most on your plate. You've got a lot happening with love, and you've got some things happening with your family. You also have maybe there's some discord happening among friends and family. That could just be because there's a get together with family. A lot of times, unfortunately, you know, different dynamics and relationships, it's more complicated, you know, in real life, right? How things happen. So sometimes when we know we're getting a big group of people together, whether it be friends or family, there could be different dynamics or complications between certain people in that group, okay? So we'll get there. But yeah, you've got a lot going on in your month, so I'm excited to dive into these things specifically. Got a lot in love. I'm kind of excited to focus there, but I just want to look at this stuff first, and then we'll get to love. One thing I want to say is you seem very self-aware. I'm noticing this person like looking into the mirror. You seem with emotional intelligence, vampire, the mirror image here, you seem very aware of like who and what is draining your energy. Okay, the energy vampires in your life. You seem very aware of it, or you're kind of like realizing it possibly in the month of October. So this could be a place, it could be a situation, it could be a person, but you seem to be very aware of something or somebody or a situation that has been draining your energy, and I feel like you're putting a stop to it, or it's just letting you know that this isn't going to be a permanent situation. Like things will not always be this way. A change is coming. But I have to say, you might be making this change. This could be you saying, you know what? Enough is enough. Okay. You could be standing up for yourself in October. You could be removing yourself, which I think is the most likely scenario. The pumpkin, the jack-o'-lantern is making me think of protection. You do seem very protective of your energy and very aware of what is draining your energy. I do want to read this one to you. We'll get there in a second. But in October, you're very aware of what the energy vampires are in your life. Okay, so let's start here. You have 2 of pumpkins. You've got a lot to juggle in the month of October. I think it's going to be a busy month for you. Like I said, it seems like the busiest month so far for anyone today on today's video, but a lot to juggle, a lot to balance, but you seem to be doing a good job. I always like to pay attention to the illustration and the expression. This character is smiling, the jack-o'-lanterns are smiling, the moon is smiling. You know, it seems like you're doing a great job with this, but it is busy, okay? There's lots to juggle, lots to balance in your life, lots happening in different areas of your life. So this is going to be the kind of month where I wouldn't go for I almost said protection again. Interesting. I was going to say perfection is what I meant to say, but I wouldn't focus so much on perfection, okay? Because it's going to be kind of changing day to day. All right, so it's going to be an action-packed month with a lot going on, a lot to juggle. This can also be talking about finances as well for you, because you have financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past, and period of prosperity and abundance. So some money seems to be coming to you. This is a bit of a collective theme today in October. This could be money that was owed to you from the past. Okay, this is mentioning specifically the past. So something you did in the past is paying off in October. It could be something that you put in a shop, if you have an Etsy shop, for example, last year and it sells, or something, you know, you applied for, a job you applied for 2 months ago and you get the job, or something a little bit more specific, like you could have money coming from your paid back to you, maybe someone owes you money, or maybe like you're getting some sort of retro, this came up for group 1, but like some sort of money getting paid back from something, like maybe you didn't get enough, like someone or a place owed you money and you didn't get the full amount back, so you're getting that money back, like a rebate or something like that. I'm not really sure, but you've got money coming in, okay? You've got October being a month where it's very possible that there's a lot of prosperity and a little bit of extra coming in, a little bit of extra to work with. But what I'm seeing here is it's very important that you be cautious with this and handle it wisely. What I mean by that is, I know, especially if you're self-employed, if you have a good month, it is very easy to be like, yes, sweet, like I'm gonna go buy all the things that I want. But it's really cautioning you or advising you to be wise with this influx of money. Doesn't mean don't have fun with any of it, but I wouldn't blow it, okay? I wouldn't completely fly through all of this extra money coming in. I would be very wise with it and maybe put a little bit in savings and spend and have some fun with the rest, okay? So just balance, remember that balance when dealing with this money that's coming in, this extra money in October. This is also mentioning situations in the balance that require careful handling. I think this could also have to do with this discord among friends or family. So right now, what I'm getting is I wouldn't get overly involved in this situation. It doesn't mean you can't be supportive, okay? But I wouldn't, if it's not directly involving you, I wouldn't let it suck out all of your energy, okay? Or your time. It can be really easy to do, especially if you're a very supportive person, but I'm seeing the situation is complicated and it needs to get worked out carefully, all right? So I'm honestly getting, if it doesn't directly involve you or affect you, to try to protect your energy a little bit and just be cautious with what you take on, because you already have a lot going on in October. It's going to be a very busy month for you. You've got a lot on your plate, okay? So be cautious as to what you add to this. I always take that as advice with the Two of Pentacles. You're doing a great job managing, everything that you have to juggle, but one more thing gets added to this and all of the balls could fall, all of these pumpkins could fall, right? So you've got a lot to juggle. Just be cautious, be careful when you choose what to take on and what to add on to your plate, okay? So that could just be a kind of a cautionary message that something dramatic could come up with people around you in the month. I'd be, again, purposeful and intentional with your energy in the month. Going back to this card that you chose, I always like to think like you chose this card, so either consciously or subconsciously at least, you are being very purposeful, very careful, very intentional in the month of October. So this seems to be a theme for you. Like everything you're doing, you're putting a lot of thought and care into. I'm seeing what else is coming up here. I'm also getting you're making use of things that you already have as well. Like you're being very purposeful with what you have. I feel like you're being very conscious of waste or what you maybe let go of. Like you're putting used items maybe that you haven't been using, or being very purposeful with what you purchase. Okay, so that could be actually going back to this money coming in. You could be making purposeful purchases rather than kind of being like, I guess, careless or like thoughtless about what you're using with this extra money that's coming in. So yeah, you're being purposeful with your money, you're being purposeful with your time, with your energy. And I think it's changing day to day. Like you're having to like, and that's why I was getting to not chase perfection with this, because one day you're going to have so much energy for this area of life, one day you're going to have energy for this area of life. Okay, so it's not going to be the same day to day, but you are being very intentional about where you put your energy and who you give your energy to. Speaking of who you give your energy to, you do have love coming through here. We got romance in the air in October, okay? So this King of Cups character could be the one who's interested. Now, if you've seen Hocus Pocus, you know Billy Butcherson. Okay, what's the story? Okay, so Billy was with Winnie, but then Winnie caught Billy flirting with Sarah. So that could be partially what's going on. That won't resonate for everyone. More so though, I'm seeing maybe somebody reconnecting with somebody possibly. It doesn't have to be reconnecting. I'm kind of just diving into the movie theme a little bit, but at its core though, you've got King of Cups. So this is somebody who is maybe expressing feelings for you. This is somebody who's very emotionally intelligent, someone who's very mature emotionally, someone who's very comfortable with emotions, discussing emotions, showing emotion, very in tune with their feelings and comfortable with their feelings. Could be a water sign, doesn't have to be, but could be. This person is sensitive and empathetic and intuitive, and you may have an emotional connection with this person. It runs deep, okay? This is a deep emotional connection. It's not so much based on physical attraction. It's based on intense emotions. Definitely could be physical attraction there, for sure. But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than surface, just like, oh, I think this person's attractive. This is, I feel an intense connection to this person. Secret admirer, this could be them. This could be how they feel about you, okay? So there could be someone that's holding in a lot of emotion and wanting to kind of express that to you, because love is a theme. You've got the one of the Astro House cards. So this to me I'm taking as like a theme of the month is love. All right, so let's look at this card and see what it says for fun. Very romantic month though. Could be a lot of like, could be someone giving you flowers or someone flirting with you, or you could be flirting with someone else. There could just be like a relationship that is starting to deepen. A deep desire to be swept off your feet makes your heart beat furiously. Wow. Romantic gestures such as love hearts, chivalry, pledges, and chocolates make you giddy as you dream of living happily ever after. You are in love with love itself, and the romance you yearn for is ready to blossom as you honor your true feelings and appreciate the beauty that's all around you. As you breathe in, As you breathe in deeply my sweet aroma, feel your heart's center swirl with sensual pleasure as it makes room for love in your life. I'll magnetize your aura to draw in all you seek on your quest for romance as you work with my petals and buds to cast spells of amour and create love potions. Balance a bouquet of my red and pink flowers in your bedroom to incite intimacy and delight as the heady heights of romance court you. Wow. Okay, so yeah, you're in a very romantic mood in October, or something's making you feel very romantic. If you do spell work or set intentions or like to have certain ingredients around that you work with, this is saying that rose could be something that's important to you. You could be working with like different oils, essential oils, or perfumes with roses. You could receive roses because you do have a vase here, or you could buy yourself roses. This card recommends like keeping roses in your room if that's the kind of energy you want to attract. So you're in a very romantic mood. Now, even if you're not interested in romance right now, let's just say you're single, you have no interest in that. Someone could surprise you, okay? But also you could just be in this mood yourself. It doesn't even have to involve another person, okay? This could just be the mood you're in. You're watching romantic movies, you're feeling very romantic about certain things, you're romanticizing certain things in your life. You know, you're going to, like, I'm just imagining like a movie set, like you're going to a farmer's market and then you stop and get coffee and then you buy yourself flowers, you go home, you have a bubble bath, like that kind of thing could be sort of at the forefront of October. But I am honestly seeing someone here who has deep feelings, romantic feelings for you, and they could be expressing them, or things could be deepening with somebody, okay? So if you've got someone on the mind already or someone you're talking to, things could really start to heat up in October for you. And also too, with emotional intelligence, you could also be very aware of your feelings towards somebody, like very emotionally intelligent. This could also be talking about somebody who is emotionally intelligent, but very aware of your feelings, very in tune with your feelings as well. Let's read that for fun. And stay tuned, we've got the Halloween charms, letters, numbers, lots of info. Okay, should the vampire card appear in your reading, it may indicate that you are being drained, and in this way, and the time has come, you're being drained in this way, and the time has come for stronger boundaries. Yeah, it feels like this mouse is like telling you one side of the story, this mouse is trying to get you pulled into the other thing, and like it seems like there's discord and someone's trying to pull you into the middle of it, or you just naturally kind of get pulled into it. So you may need to set some boundaries, stronger boundaries. We need to be very aware of what gives us energy in our lives and what takes it away. We should be aware of needing people to need us and why we invite people like this into our homes. We should be aware of needing people to need us. Oh, interesting. I feel like that hit a point for somebody. Why we invite people like this into our homes, workplaces, and lives, if indeed we have them around us. Developing the emotional intelligence within ourselves helps us defend against this kind of emotional and psychic attack, and enables us to foster healthy, equal relationships of all kinds. And with your Two of Pentacles too, you could be finding that you have a better work-life balance or balance in a relationship in October. Let me reread that though, because I don't feel like I did a good job reading that. So we should be aware of needing people to need us and why we invite people like this into our homes, workplaces, and lives, if indeed we have them around us. So it's like you're aware of someone's draining your energy, but like you're inviting them in. Interesting. Developing the emotional intelligence within ourselves helps us defend against this kind of emotional and psychic attack. Interesting. Most of us have heard of the concept of emotional vampirism, the idea that people feed off our energy and our goodwill and take advantage of us through manipulation and their incessant neediness. Okay. So you're dealing with someone who's like incessantly leeching off of your energy or your good intentions or your kindness or your empathy. And of course, it's good to be there for people, but again, everything needs to be in balance, right? So if you have a relationship where it's like, I am drained, like I have no more to give to this situation or this person, I can't do this, then October is going to be a good month to say no, set boundaries. You can say to this person or situation, look, you know what, especially if it's something you've like given advice about and, time and time again, the same conversation happens, you might have to say, look, you know what, I really don't know what to do in this situation. And I feel like I'm not helping. Like, if I don't know how you want to phrase it, what you're comfortable saying, but in any case, I feel like you need to remove yourself from a certain situation. Okay. And again, this could be with family. Now, separately, this could actually just mean that in October, there's a party with family. There could be a big dinner with family or something like that. Or it could just say that family, you're doing different things with your family. Like I know my cousins, now that I'm in my apartment, we want to have some craft nights. So I'm inviting my cousins over for craft nights. And my one cousin, we always talk about deviled eggs. So we're going to have a deviled egg party. And that's our idea of a party. Honor and respect will come to you. I think that by standing your ground with something, honor and respect will come to you, okay? Or someone will respect that you're standing your ground with something. I see you as a very compassionate, empathetic person. I see you as someone who likes to help. You like to help people solve problems. You're very protective of people as well. I think that you want to kind of take care of people, all right? So again, you have to take care of yourself though, right? This all needs to be in balance. A lot of self-reflection here. I'm really noticing the mirror and the strength card. Maybe you're recognizing your strength with a certain situation. You also have the claw card in October. So I think this goes back to the main card, the main theme of your month, purposeful. Don't let this card make you afraid. It's saying, be careful, do not take risks, okay? So doesn't mean don't take any risks or be afraid of doing something you want to do, okay? I want to emphasize that. But it means be thoughtful. If there's a risk you want to take, you'll be able to take it more confidently if you double check, do your research, ask a question, send off that email to inquire about something first. Like calculated risks, I think, is the difference here. So calculated, thoughtful risks versus thoughtless diving in just because it's a whim, that kind of thing. It could just mean that October is not the month to do that. October is more of a month to be thoughtful and purposeful and really feel out the situation first before diving into it, especially because certain situations, a lot of heat, like it could be a very heated situation, or a lot of energy, a lot of emotions kind of bouncing around. So keep that in mind. Let's look at charms. I've got my special Halloween charms for October. We're going to go week by week. We'll get some important dates, then we'll do letters. I also have my regular charms, but I want to start with some special charms. Okay, so we've got one of my hairs. Okay, so these are the Halloween charms. So we have the frog, you got the witch, you got the 5 of Cups kind of between 1 and 2, weeks 1 and 2, you got the tree. This directly connects to this tree, okay? I like to make connections. So affairs with family could be within the 1st and 2nd week. You got the witch's hat, you've got the skeleton holding their heart. So it's like someone's being very vulnerable with their emotions is what I'm getting in the 2nd week. You've got the bell and you have the key in the 3rd week. Okay, so let's start here. We'll add some more charms in just a second. So the frog, this can be a charm about adapting and transformation. It can also be a charm of like cleansing a situation. It's really making me think of transformation though. It's like changes and transformations are happening right away in the 1st week, or you're making certain changes. You seem to be taking control of a direction of something, or feeling very in the driver's seat, so to speak, or very in control of the direction where something's going. This very much makes me think of like the Chariot energy. It could also be in regards to perspective. Your perspective might be shifting on something. You got the 5 of Cups here. So this, of course, talks about a disappointing situation, something that has been disappointing or, unfulfilling, or something that happened that was upsetting. But you also have those 2 cups to focus on. They haven't noticed them yet, okay? So there's sort of like, there's something kind of coming out of the situation, or there's something still available in the situation once you notice it, okay? So it's like something didn't work, or something hasn't happened the way you had hoped, but there's still potential there, okay? You've got affairs with your family. The tree can also talk about like branching off in different directions. This tree I put in my Halloween set because it looks like it's like, a fall tree. So maybe it's about release or letting go of something. Again, you have in the 2nd week the skeleton holding the heart. So let me just get the rest of your charms while I talk about that. But I'm feeling like someone's being very vulnerable. The skeleton to me represents like, this is who I am. Like, this is who I am. I want to share that with you. So you've got the 11th. I'll get you some more dates in just a second. But yeah, it's like somebody's being very raw and very honest with you in regards to how they feel. The witch's hat can be about power or thought. So maybe there's like something maybe with the theme of purposeful and intentional, maybe protective of your thoughts or something like that. You have going back to the first week, you've got the gift, the little bow. So you could be getting a gift in the first week. The 10 of Wands, oh, a bunch of birds just flew past my window. But yeah, this could also indicate just like a lot of hard work, a lot to do in the first week. It could just be that the week kind of or the month starts off busy right away. In the third week, you have Pisces. That could be that King of Cups, certainly. You have the key. So the key is a way forward. It's a solution. It's an answer. But interestingly, in the fourth week, you have the key to the heart. Okay, so there's something about someone having the key to your heart. This could be this kind of feeling or this confession or this vulnerability that someone's expressing their feelings to you. So the key. It's like someone has the key to your heart. Because you've got the 2 keys with the heart. It's interesting. Maybe there's 2 people. Maybe this is, oh, that's interesting. You'll know. You've got the lemon. Similar to the frog, can be about cleansing. Lemons can be making the best out of a situation. It could mean that you're feeling fresh energy in the fourth week. You've got the bell, so this can be about an announcement or something getting your attention in the fourth week. Something's drawing your attention in. I'm getting a lot about energy clearing actually with the bell and the lemon. So fourth week, you could be clearing out the situation with the discord among friends and family. You could be kind of clearing your energy of it, not inviting it back into your home or something like that. Let's get some important dates for you, group 2. Important dates in October. Today we have October 1st, 15th, 11th, 9th, and 19th. So maybe write those dates down. October 1st, 5th, 9th, 11th, 15th, and 19th. Those numbers could have other significance to you as well. And let's get some letters, and we'll do the pendulum. Well, first we'll do the pendulum, then we'll finish with letters. So think of your yes or no question. Pause if you'd like some more time. You've got it for sure. Interesting. So let's get some letters. And look in the comments and suggestions. You seem to be, again, like strengthening your personal boundaries or feeling possibly even more strongly opinionated about something or something you value or something that's really important to you is coming through. Okay, let's see. So let me know what you see. I'm not the best at finding words. Look for initials, names. Look in the comments as well. I'll see if I can see a few. Let's see. Oh. Strong. Like I said earlier, even with purposeful, I feel like you're maybe being very purposeful with what you waste, being conscious of what you are wasting or letting go of, or products, like single-use products, what you're throwing away. So maybe you're being more purposeful as well with like containers or different things that you're using or how much you're wasting. Again, everything in October for you feels very thought out, very, you know, it's like you're putting a lot of thought into everything that you do, your relationships, where you put your energy, this romantic relationship that's coming in, and then also the situations like with the energy vampire card and the mouse card. It's like, okay, I don't want to be pulled into this anymore, and I don't want to invite this into my energy anymore because it's draining. So yeah, let me know what you see. Look in the comments, pause if you want a little bit more time. But I'm going to move to group number 3. I hope you have an awesome October. Group 2, we will see you next time. So group 3, if you chose the abundance card, then this is your look into October 2024. I am excited to see what you have in store for you for the month. So let's dive in. I've got my Halloween cards. You've got the 2 of Ghosts. The ghosts in this deck are my favorite. I think they're so cute. So you've got the 2 of Ghosts, which is the 2 of Cups. Group 3, what's happening in October? You've got 8 of Swords. Group 3, what's happening in October? Knight of Wands. Interesting. Second group to get Knight of Wands today. Group 3. Group 3. Catnip, bond. Okay, so you're definitely feeling a bond with somebody. A strong magnetic attraction to somebody. Group 3, what's happening in October? Unnecessary fear. Okay, I feel like that could be linked to this 8 of Swords. There's a lot of, today in general, of like facing fears and having courage and like moving towards something that you're passionate about, and that kind of thing is really coming through strongly today. So you've got a couple of themes I'm already seeing. You've got this bond with somebody, could be a friend, okay? It doesn't have to be romantic. It certainly could be. We'll dive more into it, but you've definitely got somebody you're feeling this strong connection with. And then you have some sort of fear that you're facing or something you're moving towards. We'll read this one maybe as well. Okay, so group 3, what else is happening in October? You've got Key, so successful outcome to your problems. Keys are always a good sign for any month ahead, week ahead reading, because keys represent a way forward. They represent a solution. They represent having a way through some sort of obstacle. Group 3, what's happening in October? Okay, you've got someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. And the Fox, so shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So interesting. Let's get maybe one more. I like how specific these ones are. So group 3, what's happening in October for you, group 3? What is that? You've got misunderstanding. Okay, so let's see what is going on for you. Again, I might read first. I'll see what comes in intuitively, read the cards as I see them, and then we might go a little deeper and read. I also have charm, so stay tuned for that. And the pendulum, you can think of a yes or no question, letters, numbers, all of that. So let's dive in here. Okay, where should we start? I kind of want to save the relationship message or this bond, this partnership, because I'm really excited to see what that is. But first, let's kind of deal with the not so fun cards. But you've got a lot to look forward to. There's a lot of good things happening in October, but like with any month, right, there's always a challenge. And for you, we've got a misunderstanding. So there's some sort of misunderstanding taking place in the month of October. Now, I don't know if this is connected to this Mule card or the Arrow card. It certainly could be, but there's some sort of potential for misunderstanding. So that's the fun thing about these readings, is because you're getting a little preview into the month. So this could actually be avoided simply by, if there's a misunderstanding, or if you think someone has misunderstood you, or if you've misunderstood someone, simply ask for clarification. This could also talk about a misunderstanding being worked out in the month of October, okay? So if there has been a previous misunderstanding, October could be the month where this is sort of like clarified, or you understand this person better, or they understand you better. It simply could have been a miscommunication. It could have been something that was said that somebody sort of misunderstood, right? That's what this card is. So some misunderstanding took place at some point or will take place in October. But that, again, is the good thing, is you have now sort of the ability to kind of catch it when it happens. This reading might pop into your head. Okay, so it could be a misunderstanding with work too, like something like that. Scheduling came in. So I would say if there's anything that's confusing in the month of October, simply ask for clarification. Don't be shy. All right. And also too, in a relationship, there could be an opportunity in October to work through something. And rather than letting it separate you from this person or put more distance with this person, this could be a good month to kind of tackle this and really deal with the situation head on, rather than let it bring you further apart. Allow it to bring you closer together. Okay, so this could actually be an opportunity to work through something. If there's been a misunderstanding previously in a relationship, whether it be a friendship, romantic relationship, work partnership, this could be a good month or an opportunity to work through something. And like sometimes challenges come up in relationships and communication, so I think that this is going to actually be an opportunity to understand each other better. Okay, and key, it's saying like there could be a successful outcome to your problems in October. So this is also good too. So there could be a successful outcome. If there's been a misunderstanding, especially with like, if you're a business owner, if there was a misunderstanding with clientele or an order or, something like that, scheduling came up. So maybe there's some sort of misunderstanding. This can get worked through. Okay, there's solutions. So I do feel like the other thing I'm getting for you in October is you seem to be like full steam ahead, kind of moving towards anything that's causing you to kind of stay stuck. Like you seem to be really sort of getting out of your comfort zone a little bit and not overthinking things too much. All right. So the other thing that's coming up is if there's a misunderstanding, there could be like that moment of like overthinking. Well, what does that mean? What do they mean by that? Why did they say it that way? Instead of like overthinking and ruminating about it for several days, just ask, get clarification, or deal with it head on. I think that's going to be the best approach for anything in October, is to not avoid it, not overthink it, not let your mind, easier said than done, by the way, but not get kind of carried away with like what ifs or letting your mind kind of take you on an adventure. Just get clarification right away. Clarify, ask, be upfront. I think that's going to be a helpful thing in October. Okay, so let's move on to the next message. You have shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Now, interestingly, these three cards came out together. So I do think that there could be a connection. You've got somebody in your life who is unwilling to change, unwilling to budge, unwilling to move forward. Now, I find it interesting that it came out with the arrow because you are all about moving forward. So there could be like this person causing you to overthink. It could be somebody in your family or a friend or a coworker who is just not willing to go with the flow or adapt to change. There could be changes you're making that are really positive. You're wanting to move forward. You're on a new path. You're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So this is all about forward movement. But then you've got this person here that seems to be like, no, I don't want to move forward. I want to stay where I am. Why would you move forward with this? Why would you do this? Why are you changing this? So I don't know if this person is questioning you, or if this person just wants to stay stuck, right? Sometimes people just want to stay stuck because they don't want to face a fear, or they don't want to deal with something, or maybe they do need help kind of working through something, but you're dealing with someone who just doesn't want to change. They're being stubborn. It's their way or the highway, and they don't seem to be wanting to move forward with something. So this could also be a situation where you kind of have to move forward on your own, or take the initiative to get something going yourself. And if this person wants to follow, they will. If not, that's on them, right? Because you seem to be thinking cleverly. You seem to be being very resourceful. And it could be too that there's an opportunity coming in October that you really have to kind of take. It could be something fun that comes in, an adventure, or something you kind of want to take this opportunity when it comes up. And this could involve facing some sort of fear or getting out of the comfort zone in a way that you haven't done in a little while, right? Of course, do what feels right for you. If there's a situation where you're thinking, no, that's not for me, that's not what this is talking about. This is talking about something you feel like passionately that you want to pursue, or something you want to have happen in your life, or a change you want to create, or a direction you want to go in. But then all of these thoughts with the Eight of Swords, like it does, these thoughts are like limiting thoughts or limiting beliefs or patterns of thinking, things that kind of keep us stuck. Usually what these swords represent are ideas or thoughts or fears that kind of pop in to keep us feeling stuck, when in reality the Eight of Swords is that we're not really stuck. Sometimes what keeps us stuck is our own thinking. I think you need to, there's something about in October changing your approach to something. You seem to be embracing adventure is coming through so strongly. Embracing adventure, moving forward, getting unstuck. I think you're changing habits in October too. There's something about certain habits or patterns you want to break, or habits you want to break, like new routines you want to start, or something you want to do. And yeah, I think you are pushing through. I think you're pushing through and getting things moving, right? This is a really an interesting contrast here, because you've got this feeling of like stagnation and feeling stuck and feeling kind of like in one place. I can't move forward. What if this, to I don't know what's going to happen, but I want to get things moving. So really a card of no movement into a lot of movement. The Knight of Wands is a really exciting card, actually. I also see a shift in thinking here, because this tends to be more of like, okay, I'd like to do this. I'd like to try this hobby, or I'd like to join this class. I'd like to apply for this job. I'd like to go out with my friends that night. But what if this, or last time I didn't have fun, last time it didn't work out. What if this person thinks this, I'm not talented, whatever this is, this thought that keeps popping in, to the Knight of Wands, which is a bit like, the Knight of Wands is an idealist or an optimist. It's sort of like an extreme sense of, it's going to work out, I've got this. And that can be really helpful sometimes, because you can figure things out. So I do feel like you are taking chances in October and feeling more adventurous and feeling like kind of getting out of the box a little bit, or thinking outside the box, or getting out of your comfort zone, trying new things. There could be invitations, there could be travel, there could be something that you're asked to join in, and in your heart you're like, wow, I'd love to do that. I'd love to take this class, or I'd love to join this person on this adventure, or I'd love to try this hobby, but I don't know, like overthink, thought, fill in the blank. Maybe it's just time to try, to just get going, right? So I think you're embracing movement. I think you're embracing change. I think you want to get things going. I think things could have been stuck for a while. And I think something group 3 was stuck over like a minor detail. It was like minor details. It's like how we overthink. It's like, well, if I do this, then I have to figure this out. And then it's like you were thinking so many steps ahead, and this minor detail kind of got in the way. And then you're like, well, no, I'm not making progress with this then. So I think that in October, you're pushing through things, you're solving problems, you're figuring things out, you're taking initiative, you're making moves, and you're getting things going. You're embracing change, you're embracing movement, and you're kind of letting go of like this perfectionist mindset, which I think is actually really helping you, and it's helping you make great strides and get things going. So I think you're having a lot of fun in October. That's the other thing I'm seeing. You're having fun. There could be some adventure, travel, a concert. There could be a party, Halloween party maybe. There could be some fun things happening. So I think you're embracing that adventurous side a little bit. So that's kind of cool. And that goes into the unnecessary fear. I feel like there's something that was like an unnecessary fear, something you were dwelling on or worrying about, that you're realizing, okay, I don't really have to focus on that so much. I want to focus on what I'm excited about in the situation maybe. And that's hard to do. So I do think I want to read that one too. We'll read that before we move on, because then I want to get into this bond, this love, this relationship that's coming in. So let me get this. So we've got the Graveyard card. I also think you're living in the moment in the month of October. You're kind of learning to embrace the moment, live in the present. All right, so I like to skip ahead to the message here. It says, pull this card and know that you fear unnecessarily. So there's some specific thing that you might be overthinking right now. Things are not as they seem, and you can overcome your obstacles. That's cool with this. The anxieties you have, although real, should be put aside before they haunt you long term. Instead, trust that you know the correct next steps and you will act upon them. Okay, so this is such an individual thing, right? But what I can say is trust yourself more. Trust yourself to be able to figure things out. And if you're not going after what you want or making moves in your life that you want to make, or changes, positive changes, and going in directions, applying for that job, asking for help with that thing that you want to proceed with, taking that person up that you really like on a date. They've asked you out a couple times, you really like them, you'd like to go on a date, but no, what if they don't like the way I dress? What if they don't like me? Like all of these things, right? Trust yourself a little more, right? Trust yourself to kind of solve problems as they come up. That's one thing that helps me, is I like to trust future Liz more to solve problems, right? Like, I can handle this. I've solved problems in the past. And what I like, it says, these anxieties, although real, should be put aside before they haunt you long term. Now, what I get from that is that in October, there could be, like I said, a fun opportunity that comes up, like a concert or a job offer that you really want to take, or the opportunity to present something creative that you've made, or, something like that. Fill in the blank with whatever this is, if this is for you. And, not that you should worry about regretting something, because opportunities are always coming up. But maybe there's something that you really want to do and you're thinking, you know what? I want to take this opportunity while it's here. I really want to have fun with this and, again, embrace adventure a little bit. So definitely trust yourself more. I love that. And it talked about overcoming obstacles too. So there's something in October that could be coming along. This key could be coming along that's helping you overcome some sort of obstacle. Now I want to quickly just address this box, then we'll jump into the really fun cards. So shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. You're thinking on your feet. You're thinking strategically about something in October. Your eyes are I'm seeing that your eyes are sort of on everything. You're noticing details. You're thinking strategically. You're planning. You're kind of being clever with something in October when it comes to business or work. It could be that an opportunity comes along that you take that someone else doesn't, or, something like that. Like, you're wanting, again, to move forward. And I see you doing that in October. You've also got this bond card. This is the one I was excited to get to, and Two of Cups. So partnerships are big. It doesn't have to be one specific partnership. It could just be that your relationships in general are highlighted in the month of October. So it could be that friendships, you feel a closer bond with your friends. You might have something that you do with a friend that brings you closer. So for you, this might be you go on a trip with a friend, right? And you have such a great time and you make lasting memories. Or, this could be a romantic relationship, someone you're getting close to, someone you're feeling that really strong connection with, and you decide, okay, I want to explore this. I want to see where it goes. Could be a business partnership, right? Could be you and another person kind of feeling that connection. So this is any kind of partnership, but there's an emotional aspect to it. Okay, there's an emotional element that is making it a stronger connection. It's not just surface. There's a deepness to this. So yeah, your partnerships seem highlighted, but this one, there's a romantic element to this. Like, I feel like with catnip, if you've ever seen a cat with catnip, it's exciting. Like this, it's like somebody is so overwhelmed with like excitement about you or this relationship in general. There's like this strong attraction, and it could be that someone's sort of like acting out of character, almost like they're so excited and so enthusiastic about this connection that they're like giddy almost. Like it's so exciting, and it's almost like hypnotic or magical, or it's like there's sort of this element, like you've got somebody acting out of character, or you've got somebody feeling a certain way that they haven't felt in so long. It's so different, right? And it's excited them. It's gotten them out of this. I feel like you've gotten somebody stirred up again where they weren't before. They might have been calm. They might have actually been a little bit standoffish, or maybe even like, oh no, I'm independent. I don't want a relationship. And then you've come along and it's like, whoa, what's happening? So you've definitely caused some sort of emotional excitement or passion in somebody that they can't ignore. You've got somebody really excited. Okay, so let's see. I want to look at the book. It's like you've got them kind of shocked. The bond you share with another is special, and your unity is strong. So absolutely, you've got somebody you feel like It could be more than one relationship. Again, I want to emphasize this could just be a theme of your month, is your partnerships, both romantic and friends. It's a relationship you can trust in, for the pledge you have made will not be broken. Okay, so any promises you're making with somebody in October will not be broken. It's saying that you can trust, okay? So there's somebody in your life, despite any misunderstandings that will come in, or despite if this is the mule who's being stubborn, you can trust this person. I feel like this is something different, but everyone's going to resonate differently. Okay, so if you are looking to secure a relationship, then allow me to draw it to you. Warm my leaves in your hand, and then hold the hand of whom you wish to befriend. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so I like what it says. Someone finds you irresistible right now. It says you can add catnip to a love spell. Sprinkle me in the four corners of your bedroom to attract a new lover, or under your bed for a night of passion. Wow. Feline magic surrounds you when this card appears and indicates that you have a psychic bond with your familiar. Even too, this person with the cups cards, you could have a very psychic bond with them, a very intuitive connection. Like you think of them and they message you, or you kind of just, you get a sense of how they're feeling. You are dealing with a connection right now, or one is on its way that is so deep and it has so much potential. And again, they find you irresistible. They find you just amazing, and they're very attracted to you, and you get them very happy. So there's that. Let's see what else is coming up before we move to charms. We'll go week by week. I think with the abundance card that you chose, you're feeling an abundance of maybe opportunities, or an abundance of options with the key, or just abundance in general, an abundance of love or connection. It could be that you're connecting with someone you haven't seen in a long time, or connecting with someone new, but whatever the case is, you feel strong connection. I think abundance specifically for you, group 3, is in relationships in October. You could just be wanting to spend more time with people in your life that you love and care about, whether it's family or friends. You could get to see someone you haven't seen in a long time that you've been missing. Maybe someone's traveling to see you, or you're traveling to see someone. Again, I was getting this strong feeling that you really want to live in the moment and be more present. Maybe it's also that you're being more present in relationships as well. Getting to tell you some sort of clever move or strategic move you've made in business or at work is a good one. It's a good one, okay? So you're headed in the right direction there. Don't overthink it. Keep trusting your intuition with the direction that you've chosen. Someone who is stubborn could be the misunderstanding. So you could have misunderstood something with this stubborn person, or they could have misunderstood you. So they could also ask for clarification as well. I'm also getting you're feeling, particularly not even just about relationships, but also things you're passionate about, you're feeling closer to them. So I don't know about you, but I go through like phases with things that I'm interested in. So sometimes like I'm more interested in, let's just say like arts and crafts, or something that I like doing, like painting, or, that kind of thing. So it goes in phases, right? Like even with decorating, like even Halloween, like there's been years I've felt less compelled to like fully decorate for Halloween, and other years like I'm like, it's July or August, I'm like, okay, I'm going to decorate. So whatever that is for you, I feel like you're feeling a deeper bond with things that you're also interested in, different passions or hobbies that you have. So you might find that you're reconnecting with a part of yourself or a hobby that you like in October. Maybe it's knitting, maybe it's riding your bike, or maybe it's something like something else athletic. Maybe it is something like a place you used to like to go that you haven't been to, and now you start going again, or something like that, that I feel like you're reconnecting with in October. Okay, let's get some charms. I'm going to do my Halloween charms and also my everyday charms. So we'll start with the Halloween charms. All right. Oh, there's that key. So I like when things connect that way, because you had the key card and then you have the key in week 3. So that could mean that there's the successful outcome to your problems that's happening in the 3rd week. So maybe write that down. You've got the cauldron, you've got the haunted house, you've got the jack-o'-lantern, you've got the little ghost doll, you've got the web and the devil in week 2. Nothing really in week 4, kind of more so the first 3 weeks, but let's get a few more charms. Okay. All right, so, okay, I'm getting one message for you. So the Eight of Swords, there could be something that pops up that you are able to kind of deal with and clarify early on in the month that then allows you to kind of proceed more confidently, okay? So that could be what it is. I mean, there could be an issue that's popped up. Maybe it's the misunderstanding, maybe it's something else, but there could be something that pops up, gets your attention right away that you're able to kind of stop, deal with, and then proceed more confidently because you know that you've dealt with it or you know you've double checked. So if there's anything you need to double check or clarify, I would do it early in the month so that it doesn't halt progress later on as things start to speed up, okay? Because I'm seeing things going pretty fast as things, like once the momentum starts, I see things picking up pretty fast for you. Okay, let me see what else we have here. I'm seeing you taking different kinds of strategies and putting it into one thing, okay? So I don't know what that is. It's like you've learned something from this person or something from this experience, and you're taking all of these experiences and you're combining them into one thing and creating something new out of it. Okay, so you'll know what that is if it's for you, but that's what I'm getting. Got the haunted house here. I like to think the house I'm living in now is haunted. Feels very haunted. I want to take you up into the attic and show you. It's literally like the attic from Beetlejuice. I can't believe, I have an attic, especially around this time of year. Anyways, so haunted house, you know, this kind of feels to me like this could simply be something to do with a house, okay, is getting your attention in the first week. It could be just a house. This is a haunted house, but it doesn't have to be. So house, real estate could be important to you in the first week. Something like that could be going on. But a haunted house to me represents like maybe facing some sort of fear, right? You've got believe, you've got the haunted house, you've got that feeling of courage that was coming up or bravery, facing fears, getting out of the comfort zone. So maybe that's what it is. It's like this thing that you've kind of built up in your head, you're kind of looking at it for what it is, you know? Jack-o'-lantern. This can be about protection. Jack-o'-lanterns represent protection. Can also represent traditions, different traditions. Could be that you're decorating. You know, you're putting out jack-o'-lantern or getting a new jack-o'-lantern. You're decorating your house for Halloween simply in the first week. You know, have fun with it. You've got a gift coming in around the first or second week. You've got the bow, okay, so a gift or a surprise. You've got the little haunted doll. So this to me is like something, this can have to do with like something or someone from your past wanting to revisit or wanting to connect with you possibly. It's up to you whether or not you know, take them up on that offer, but it's coming through. Got possibly a celebration, a birthday or anniversary in the second week. This can also have to do with a wish. You've got something you're kind of keeping secret in the second week. This could be the resort. This could be what the Fox card is, like the strategy, or you kind of being a little bit strategic, or you know, it says shrewdness or resourcefulness, especially in business. So maybe you've got some clever ideas or a strategy. You've got the web tangled with the devil. So this is very clear. I think there's some sort of bad habit or temptation or something like that, that it's cautioning you to not get stuck in, okay? So with the web, so just be cautious in the second week. There could be temptation to slip into old habits or, you know, something like that could tempt you. You know, listen to your better judgment in the second week. You've got play, so maybe something fun happening, something playful happening in the second week, possibly with an Aquarius. You've also got the key. You're having fun in the third week. You're doing something playful, fun, maybe going to a party or doing something kind of out of the ordinary. In the fourth week, you've got this also 2 weeks of like overcoming obstacles. That's what this horse is about. You've got the bottle. This can be about bottled up emotions. This can be about releasing some sort of pressure or something like that. You also have the bobbin. The bobbin to me represents it can represent like half of an equation or bringing something together. It can also represent creativity, sewing, mending. It can represent, it reminds me of a wheel, so it can talk about progress or movement. Very cool. Let's get you some important dates for the month. pay attention to. You got October 7th, October 9th. October 9th highlighted, or the number 99 could be important. And you have 11. So October 7th, 9th, and 11th. And any other combination of these numbers could be relevant to you. Okay. Let's get some letters right after we do the pendulum, so you can think of a yes or no question. Pause the video if you want to take some time to think. You've got a yes today, so everyone got different, and then I bumped it to a no, but yes. Okay, so the reason why I think that might be relevant to the fact that I bumped it to a no is because there could be something you have the potential to talk yourself out of that you're very excited about. So I almost talked myself out of getting this apartment because I was just overwhelmed and scared at the moment. I was overthinking, and I'm so happy I took it. Every situation has its pros and cons, right? So I think you need to be aware of that as well. But yeah, your answer with the pendulum was yes. Okay, let's get some letters. Okay, so I'm going to flip these over. Look in the comments. You've got not, you, time. So I'll flip these over, but yeah, like I said, look in the comments. There's always good suggestions. I forgot to mention, I always do this. I feel like group 3 is always the only group that I mention this to, but I do have memberships turned on as well as a Patreon page. So if you are interested in receiving an additional reading every single week, feel free to join. No pressure. I'll always have videos here, but there's some special content there every single week and some bonus content. So if you want to check that out, either on Patreon or memberships, that is available, whatever's more convenient for you. So let me know what you see. I see go. I see, let's see. Do we have an F? I was going to say gift. Sometimes I see things without making sure we have all of the letters, but I see, do we have great? Great. I see the word hint. Maybe you're getting a hint about something ahead of time with the fox card. Vent. I see Ontario. I see... Again, look in the comments. There's always so many suggestions. There's names too. Pin. Hotel. Maybe you're staying at a hotel, or there's a misunderstanding about a hotel with the misunderstanding card. There could be a misunderstanding in regards to booking. Keep that in mind, or a hotel or something like that. Prices. I see tonight. Do we have an H? Maybe not. I thought I had an H. Yeah, we do. I just used it. So tonight. So have fun with it. Look in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me in group 3. I also forgot to ask everyone else, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you in advance for doing that. Thank you so much for your support. We will see you next time. I hope you have a phenomenal October. Definitely come back at the end of it and let me know what does and doesn't happen. A lot of times these things make sense later on, like once they happen, and then you're like, oh, okay, that's what that was talking about. So I always love to hear that as well. So we will see you next time, and you have a great day.